Hello and welcome. To solve this equation for real values of x, the normal thing for us to do is to square both sides of this equation so as to get rid of this square root on the left hand side. But notice that when we square the right hand side, we are going to immediately run into a quartic equation, and those can be hard to solve. Now, there's a very easy way of solving this equation. When you look at these two terms, you're going to see a common factor, which is 5. So we can factorize. Under the square root, we have 5 into 45x squared divided by 5 is going to give us 9x squared. And minus 30x divided by 5 is going to give us minus 6x. Then we still have plus 1. Now, on the right hand side, we have 6x minus 9x squared. Here we have plus 9x squared and minus 6. So what we are going to do is that we have 7. Then we have minus 6x divided by minus 1 is going to be minus 6x. And minus 9x squared divided by minus 1 is going to be plus 9x squared. Now, notice that what we have here is exactly the same as what we have here. So let us call it y. And with this substitution, this equation can now be written as the square root of 5y plus 1 is equal to 7 minus y. Now, when you look at this equation, of course, you know that for this square root to be defined, then 5y plus 1 must be greater than or equal to 0. When we subtract 1 from both sides of this inequality, we have that 5y must be greater than or equal to minus 1. And of course, when we divide both sides of this by 5, we have that y must be greater than or equal to minus 1 over 5. Now, in this case, you know that this must be positive also, because a square root cannot be negative. So we have that 7 minus y must be greater than or equal to 0. And of course, from here, we have that 7 must be greater than or equal to y. This simply means that y must be less than or equal to the number 7. Now, from here, we have that minus 1 over 5 must be less than or equal to y. And from here, we have that y must be less than or equal to 7. So, we have that values of y that satisfy this equation must lie within the range minus 1 over 5 and 7. Now, to solve this equation, we square both sides. So we have this squared and that squared. This is going to take care of that, leaving us with 5y plus 1 is equal to 7 squared is 49. 2 times 7 is 14 times minus y, that is minus 14y. And of course, minus y squared is plus y squared. Now, let us rearrange this. Let us move these two terms over to the right-hand side. We have y squared. We have minus 14y. And this goes over to become minus 5y. We have plus 49. This goes over to become minus 1. And of course, everything is equal to 0. Now, from here, we have y squared minus 14y minus 5y is going to give us minus 19y. 49 minus 1, of course, is equal to 48, and this is equal to 0. Now, we can solve this quadratic equation by factorization. Since the coefficient of y squared is 1, all we need to do is to find the factors of 48 that add up to minus 19. And those are going to be 16 and 3. 16 times 3 is 48. Now, this is negative, so we have minus 16 and minus 3. Because minus 16 times minus 3 is going to give us plus 48, while minus 16 minus 3 is going to give us minus 19. So we can factorize this left-hand side as y minus 3 multiplied by y minus 16 is equal to 0. And from here we have that either y minus 3 is equal to 0 or y minus 16 is equal to 0. When we add 3 to both sides of this equation, we have that y is equal to 3. And when we add 16 to both sides of this equation, we have that y is equal to 16. Now, let us go back to this. We have that y must lie between minus 1 over 5 and 7. Now, the only value of y that satisfies this condition is plus 3. This is outside the range, so we reject this value of y. So finally, we have that 9x squared minus 6x is equal to 3. And of course, from here, we have that 9x squared minus 6x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, we can solve this quadratic equation by factorization, but since the coefficient of x squared is not 1, let us use the table method. Now, what are the factors of 9x squared? We have 3x and 3x. What are the factors of minus 3? We have minus 3 and 1. 3x times 1 is going to give us 3x. 3x times minus 3 is going to give us minus 9x. Minus 9x plus 3x is going to give us minus 6x. So that simply means that we can factorize this left-hand side as 3x minus 3 multiplied by 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. And of course, from here we have that either 3x minus 3 is equal to 0. Adding 3 to both sides of this equation, we have that 3x is equal to 3. And dividing both sides of this equation by 3, we have that x is equal to 3 over 3, which is equal to 1. Now, in this case, we have that 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Subtracting 1 from both sides of this equation, we have that 3x is equal to minus 1. And once more, dividing both sides of this equation by 3, we have that x is equal to minus 1 over 3. So now we have found two values of x that satisfy this radical equation. X equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1 over 3. Now, to check our answer, let us substitute these two values of x into the original equation. Let us start with the first value, when x is equal to minus 1 over 3. Here we have the square root of 45 times minus 1 over 3 squared is 1 over 9. Minus 30 times minus 1 over 3 plus 1. Now, is this equal to 7 plus 6 times minus 1 over 3 minus 9 times, of course, minus 1 over 3 squared is 1 over 9. 9 into 45 is 5. So this is the square root of 5. Minus minus is plus. 3 into 30 is 10. And we have plus 1. Is this equal to 7? Minus plus is minus. 3 into 6 is 2. 9 into 9 is 1. So this is minus 1. 5 plus 10 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. So this is the square root of 16. Is this equal to minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. Of course, you know that the square root of 16 is 4. So this value checks out. And for the second value of x, we have the square root of 45 minus 30 plus 1. Is this equal to 7 plus 6 minus 9? 45 minus 30 is 15. 15 plus 1 is 16. So this is the square root of 16. Is this equal to 6 minus 9 is minus 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. Of course, you know that the square root of 16 is 4. So the second value of x also checks out. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up to support the channel. Leave a comment also to support the channel. Thanks for watching and watch more videos here.